Barak Yehovah, Barak Yehovah Shah, Yehovah Bahashim, Yehovah Shah, Bahashim, Dash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person or a so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got videos lined up about the mark of the beast, the chip implant. Now, the digital ID is not the mark of the beast. Now, the digital ID can be many things. It can start off with your a plastic card with a chip on it. It can be this some app that's a digital ID on your phone. But the ultimate form of the digital ID, which the mark of the beast is truly the implantable microchip. The implantable microchip is the mark of the beast. The RFID microchip implant that goes anywhere in your body, from the right hand to your left hand to your feet to your butt cheeks to your titty. If you got man boobs for a man, they can go inside them too. And ultimately, they want it inside your brain. And not just your right hand, your left hand, anywhere else in your body, but they got them brain chips. Yep, brain chips. And all these companies got their own, and countries and companies scattered all over the world got their own chip implant, BCIs. And that's part of the mark of the beast. But anyway, I'm going to have these videos. I'm going to play. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability. Say whatever I got to say through spirit and power. Yahweh Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit of Krahak Wadash, Lord, wouldn't be on me. Let's get it.
Welcome to The Walk. I'm Kim.
And I'm Neil.
Today we're going to talk about if digital ID is the mark of the beast.
Hopefully you guys seen the last video. If you haven't, go ahead and check that out.
And these Christians, I'm just playing these people video because I don't think these Christians got it. I haven't watched this shit yet, but I don't think these Christians got it. And they always going to try to make well, this video only 6 minutes long, but a lot of videos I play when they question about what is the mark of the beast, they don't know what it is. They still have you scratching your fucking head. But the water Yahweh Shema Shah for giving us the truth and the prophets to tell us and explain to us what is the mark of the beast, the chip implant. And I just tell you straight up. And if you take that shit, your ass gonna be grass. You're gonna be motoed by that lake of fire lawnmower.
In the last video, we
pretty much you're gonna die by pain.
Asked if AI could be connected with the image of the beast. But this question might be even more serious.
Because now we're talking about something that directly affects buying, selling, and identity, whether it can even function in society.
Yeah. Now you look at what's that place? Sweden. They went cashless. Now, I don't think it's mandatory to get the chip implant over in Sweden. But they make it so convenient that it'd be good if they'll say it'd be good for you to get it. It's convenient. But it's not good for you to get it because your ass gonna be grass and you're gonna be motoed by that lake of fire lawnmower or just get killed, death by pain. I know I'm talking a lot, but fuck it. I gotta say what I gotta say.
People hear about digital ID.
But yeah, when it comes to the digital ID, when it comes to the chip implant over there in Sweden, they use it for buying and selling, and they use it for other applications, other purposes. But buying and selling is number one.
Digital currency.
And that's what they're gonna push. In order to live in society, in order to you move around in a society, you got to get that chip.
And tracking systems all coming together.
And it's a tracking device.
It makes a lot of people immediately think of the book of Revelation. Specifically, the idea that you won't be able to buy or sell anything without this mark.
And for the first time in history, we actually have the technology where something like this could exist on a global scale. Digital identity systems, biometric verification, centralized control. Those are some real conversations that are happening right now. But again, we have to look at Scripture, not the headlines, not fear, and not speculation. Revelation, which Kim corrected.
You gotta look at the facts and listen to the prophecy. Yahweh Shema Shah.
That's me on all the time because I say Revelations a lot, so I'm sorry about that. But that talks about the mark that is tied directly to an allegiance. It's not.
You know what? I remember these people before. I think it was on preppers. Yeah, I think it was like a prepper child, and she known to walk around with her booty cheeks, her breasts out and shit. Yeah, but now, I think I remember these people. He's known to be a prepper, and I remember these people. But now they look at them, they're Christians. I remember she was known to wear some tight, skimpy stuff during the videos. Yeah.
Not just.
It was like some while ago.
Economics, it's spiritual. It represents a decision
Hold on. What this nigga say?
to an allegiance. It's not just economics, it's spiritual. It represents a decision to align yourself with the beast.
And that's important because the mark's not
Nigga, it's something physical, nigga. It's something physical, be in your right hand or in your left hand. Physically, and it's gonna leave a physical mark on your hand, or in your forehead, or in your head. Because they're gonna surgically put it inside your body, nigga. Simple as that.
not something people are going to accidentally take. It's not something you're going to like stumble into without understanding, like, oh, click, oops, I accept it.
I know I seen these motherfuckers before. Let me see their channel. I'm gonna let the video play. Cause I think I remember him because he was all this guns and shit.
No, now I have the mark. It's connected to
What
worship.
about a spam call?
Yeah, I know. Who knows? It's connected to worship. It's loyalty. It's identity to a deeper level than just technology. It's a spiritual thing where your loyalty is to that leader. But that doesn't mean we should just ignore what's happening, though, because systems that control your access, especially when you think about money, your buying power, your identity, or even your tracking your movement, can absolutely be used in ways that can pressure people into compliance.
I've seen it in the movies.
So I don't think it's it now, but is it what is to come? A part of what's to come? Possibly.
And that's where it gets real. If a system is ever used to force people to choose between their faith and their ability to, to live and work or provide, now we're stepping into a territory that starts to look a lot closer to what Revelation, not Revelations, describes. Where people go wrong is saying every new piece of technology is the mark. That's been happening for decades. Technology.
Yeah, well, when that technology talking about it being implanted underneath your skin, and they talk a lot about transhumanism, wouldn't that lead to the mark of the beast? And people already took in that shit. It's not popular right now, but hey, it's coming.
Is always changing, always evolving, and I think in a lot of cases we can say does improve our quality of life
And you got all these damn tech oligarcher motherfuckers, these tech people. They're in charge now. They got all the AI stuff going on, and they pushing the transhumanist stuff. Oh yeah, they talking about it. All them niggas talking about this shit. Look, all this stuff is set up, and hey, what that nigga named Elon Musk? That nigga said, what'd he say? That in order to be a part of AI, you have to adapt with AI. You gotta be one with AI. You gotta get the chip implant, pretty much. Yeah, that's one step, and that's what these niggas want. Come on, bro. And then you got these fucking niggas over here can't tell you what the mark of the beast is. Straight up, they tell you something is spiritual. I mean, no, it's not something physical.
Does make things better. For example, credit cards, barcodes, microchips, and every
Implantable microchips.
time, it turns out not to be it.
But
Also, you saying that the microchip implant is not it? Well,
on the other side,
what the fuck is it then? Because these niggas ain't saying what it is.
I think completely ignoring it and saying like this could never happen, it's just as dangerous because history shows that systems can shift quickly, especially when people are willing to trade freedom for convenience or security. I mean, think about how crazy it was just 2020 when for some reason everybody's like, let's buy toilet paper. Like that made no sense at all.
What if I can't buy it again?
And how people just went out and just bought like everything in the store. Think about how crazy that went from everybody normal to like people just freaking out. So
Also how we treat each other. Too.
Oh yeah, how people.
I know. I remember these niggas. These niggas was like some prepper channel. I don't know if they still got that channel, but she'll be wearing some skimpy shit. I remember these two niggas. Anyway.
Treated it. That was a very interesting time in life to go through.
Now they fucking Christians. Whatever.
I know microchip. I said that a little bit earlier, and I think that's going to trigger a lot of people. But like, how many of you microchip your dog in case your dog gets lost and someone finds it? I'm not saying you should microchip your kid, but there can be a good use case for a lot of things.
Yeah, them niggas getting that shit. Yeah, they getting the chip implants.
So what should Christians
Yeah, these niggas getting that chip implant.
actually do with this? Because most people watching aren't trying to like decode prophecy. They're just trying to live faithfully in the world that we're in right now. And I think so many times, I remember when Y2K happened, it was like the end of the world. I was at church and we stayed up till midnight.
The world's going to shut off at midnight.
Yeah, we were all stayed up together. We used to do plays every year called The Day After, and it was like all about the end time prophecy, and it's like you get left, like people get left
Which was
behind.
1999.
Oh my goodness, the raptures.
So it's just, people have been predicting things, but like I said, it's, what can we do with this information? First off, going back to the book of Revelation, the mark of the beast is to happen after the rapture. So,
oh my goodness. Hold on, wait a minute. The mark of the beast comes after the rapture? Huh? Oh, and I paused the video at 4 minutes, 41 seconds. Bitch, that shit don't say anything. I mean, the Bible don't say anything about the rapture at all. It don't say nothing about the rapture at all. The word doesn't even exist. Now, will be a time of deliverance. But then, what about what the Bible says about they're going to be a trials and tribulations? They're going to be like a test. They're going to be, Jacob's trouble. You're going to have to go through a lot of stuff, a lot of things like the hour of temptation. That's the hour of temptation is the time of the chip implant. And it ain't got to be 1 hour. It could be 2 days. It could be 10 days. It could be, I don't know how long it's going to be, but people going to be tempted. The Lord's people, which be the elect of Israel, going to be tempted to take this chip, and they ain't going to take it. But anyway, what the fuck these niggas talking about? These niggas don't know shit. And I knew they ain't know shit. Especially that bitch here talking about some damn the revelation. No, what she said? The rapture. As soon as she mentioned the rapture, these niggas don't know shit.
That's when hopefully we're up there with Jesus while all the things are happening down here.
Got her stupid ass torture device necklace on.
So that to me says that it's not now.
It's like a front of the line pan.
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, it isn't now, but it could be in the making possibly.
And the focus shouldn't be panic. It should be, being prepared in your faith, knowing what you believe, being grounded in Scripture, and obviously understanding that your allegiance is to God first, not any system or any technology.
And practically, it means being aware, not being fearful.
But you ain't saying what the mark of the beast is. Anyway, let's get to the next video.
During the period where there was no KYC to now where there is KYC. So then there is also like, hey, we're sorry, but now we're actually going to need your Thai ID card, your address, and photo ID.
Even biometrics.
Biometrics in some cases too. But I do think there are still, and this is just what I've heard, there's a particular section of accounts that don't necessarily, the KYC is still non-existent.
Right.
Or they don't actively know.
Yeah.
And,
so what I propose, I like digital ID. Okay. I'm being sarcastic. And KYC. So they say it's for safety of the people, everything. And then, of course, you get all the control aspect to it, right?
Yeah.
So why do we trial that one to all the politicians? You know, digital ID. And then now we want to know everything they spend,
public
where
knowledge.
they're doing, where they're going, which, bars they're going.
Yeah.
Right? Why don't we just trial without, just show us by example? Right?
Yeah.
Instead of us using it, why don't they use it first?
I vote yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because a similar thing happened in during COVID time in New Zealand. So we got vaccine mandates, and then all the politicians are exempt. And the reasoning was they said we cannot prevent the politician from coming to work if they're not vaccinated because it will prevent.
Well, actually, no. One politician that mentioned two of them, they got vaccinated. Donald Trump and Joe Biden. They got vaccinated. Right. Anyway, one of them said, Trump said that when he got vaccinated, it felt like liquid candy flowing through his veins. He was like, oh, this shit was better than sex. He was like, once they put that needle inside his arm, his toes curled up. He said, woo! He made the sound, Pillsbury Doughboy, when he poked the finger in the belly, he said, whoo! That's what he said. He said, whoo! When they got that needle and they pumped all that damn shit inside his body, he was like, woo! Yeah. Nigga, please. Anyway, I'm just fucking around. Them niggas ain't getting no vaccine shots. They ain't fucking stupid. Shit. They probably would get a vaccine shot at Elmer, show some, release some photos and some pictures of these niggas doing some shit. Probably would.
Democracy from functioning. That's
Again, another way to frame things, right? And actually, going back to have the politicians do all the digital ID and the tracking as well too. I'm sure there's a workaround around that as well too. But ultimately, let's say the politicians,
the democracy functioning, you don't have digital ID.
Yeah, but even let's say they do say, okay, we hear the politicians that have gracefully and willingly given digital ID and allowed tracking to happen. Yeah. Okay, here, look at this. Now it's your turn. Now you have to do it now. It's mandatory.
Oh, sure. But
you know what I mean? So they're using that as a proponent.
Of course. But the thing is, I say that because they would never do that.
Yeah.
They would never do this vaccine. They would never do. So they only have exemption for themselves, right? And when they say it will prevent them from functioning the democracy government, so they basically tacitly admitting what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
But it's only wrong if they do it to the politician, not to the people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I support digital ID, and I want all the politicians to do it. I think they should be
You know damn well. When it comes to mandatory digital ID, they still ain't telling you what the final stage of the digital ID is going to be the chip implant. There's different types of digital IDs where they start off with the cell phone, or either with the plastic card with this, but it's ultimately going to be that chip implant.
Mandatory, and people should be voluntary because we don't answer to anybody.
And if you don't believe it, that's on you. I don't give a fuck. Shit, I don't give a fuck. You take that motherfucker. You'll find out the hard way. But shit, I just telling you, giving you warning that a cell phone don't mean shit to the elite ruling class. They can have a digital, and that's just gradualism. They'll start off with a cell phone or a plastic card that's played out, but they'll start off with a plastic card with a chip in it, which that don't mean shit to them. They want it inside of you. Esau wants to be inside of you, not in in a perverted way too. But they want to be inside your mind with a chip implant. These are mad niggas. These niggas want you microchip so they can control you, especially when in the brain.
The politicians answer to us, so
how it should be. Yeah.
They should be reporting to us, but we don't need to report to them.
Yeah. Oh, shut up, man. These niggas ain't studying all that shit.
Right.
And under a truly democratic system, if the majority of
Alright, man. Anyway, there ain't no such thing as all that, man. Anyway, these politicians ain't studying you niggas. And hell, these politicians, they got to listen to Amalek. Shit. And you talking about they work for us. The politicians work for us. These niggas ain't studying you, Gonya, you cattle. Anyway, let me get to the next video.
In other news, Georgia residents are going to be happy to hear
Like
this.
I said, I haven't watched any of these videos. It's my first time, and I'm just getting my first and best impression on this shit, because, I mean...
It just came out. There's a new website where any Georgia resident, as long as you live within a zip code in the state, you can apply to have your auto insurance rate.
At the very same time, another massive technological change is quietly arriving. Apple has introduced a new digital ID system. Now, iPhone users in America, they can add passport information directly into their Apple Wallet. Yes, your passport inside your phone. No paper, no booklet, no physical ID at the airport checkpoints. Users simply can scan their passport, verify the identity, complete their facial authentication, and store the digital version inside their wallet. At airport security, travelers can just tap the phone near TSA scanners, and that's it. But before people celebrate, there's an important catch here. This digital ID, it cannot replace international passports and cannot be used for crossing the borders. Still, this is the future arriving in real time. Governments worldwide are moving towards digital identity, biometric verification, facial recognition, and paperless travel. Convenient? Yes, but also controversial because many people fear surveillance, hacking, privacy risk, and data tracking. Apple says all information remains encrypted on the device. But the debate, it has already begun. The question is no longer, can digital identity happen? The question is, how much control are we willing to hand over? Now, here comes the story that could deeply worry Indians dreaming of America today. Because H-1B visa is the backbone of Indian migration to the US tech industry, right? Thousands of Indian engineers, developers, IT professionals, and students depend on it. Now, Mr. Trump's administration wants to make H-1B workers significantly more expensive for the employers. An entry-level software engineer in San Francisco may reportedly need a salary of $162,000.
Yeah, they'll probably say, for the Indian workers to work over in America, you're going to have to get that damn chip implant. Yeah, I mean, of course. Chip implant for anything. Shit, any reasons. Yeah, just move in society, you need a chip implant.
$1,000 every year. Now in Dallas, it is $113,000. In New York, it is
They got to pay more money for that HB, whatever you call that shit.
$32,000, and that's a massive jump. The administration here says that this will stop companies from hiring cheaper foreign labor instead of American.
Oh my goodness. Get the fuck out of here.
Supporters, in the meantime, they argue it protects the U.S. workers.
It doesn't protect. They firing U.S. workers every goddamn day. They ain't giving a fuck about none of these people, especially these Indian niggas working over here, taking tech jobs. Shit.
This is wage standard and produce exploitation, but critics, they warn that this could severely hurt young international
they saying that AI taking over these jobs anyway.
Talent, specifically Indians, because companies may simply stop hiring fresh graduates if salary requirement it becomes too high. Can you think about that for a moment? A company choosing between a local fresher and an international employee requiring visa sponsorship plus massive salary commitment, it will likely choose the cheaper option. So that means fewer opportunity, tougher hiring, and more uncertainty for the students already struggling. With layoffs, visa caps, immigration delays, everything. Well, the tech dream in America, it is slowly becoming more expensive. And many
Well, anyway, Esau don't like you Indian niggas either. Shit. Let's get to the next video. Okay, nothing wrong. Well, hey, nothing against anybody who come from those type of people, or not come from them people, but look like them people, because some of you could be Israelites, speckled birds. Yeah. Anyway.
So Meta is suing UK speech regulator Ofcom, but no, it's not because they want to go ahead and protect digital rights or online privacy or anything like that. No, actually, they're just trying to negotiate how much money they're going to get fined by Ofcom. I mean, this is a case of trash versus garbage. Both parties actually want to go ahead and have mass surveillance throughout the world, but Meta is just not happy with the amount of money that they're going to be getting fined by the EU Commission and Ofcom in general. So if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, the European Commission actually went ahead and sued Meta and said that they were failing to protect children on their platform. So basically, they were saying they were failing to do that by not having proper ID age verification. So that would expose the company to fines of up to 6% of its global ad revenue. So that would actually expose the company to fines of up to 6% of its global revenue, which would be about $201 billion in 2025. So 6% of that. 6% of $201 billion is about $12 billion, which is actually quite a lot of money. It's not going to bankrupt Meta or anything like that. I mean, remember, they're worth about $1.5 trillion, but it's still a hefty enough amount of money for Meta to think, oh, actually, I don't know if we want to pay that. That is quite a lot of money there. So Meta, again, is not going to be suing Ofcom because they care about digital rights. I mean, remember, Meta is actually the company that is actually lobbying for ID age verification to begin with. They were actually exposed about a month ago from a Reddit user for actually having like millions, if not possibly billions of dollars put into lobbying for ID age verification laws, because Meta is a shady company that wants to go ahead and collect all the biometric data from everybody around the world. So they don't have any type of problem having ID age verification on their platform. In fact, they want to. They were looking for an excuse to do it because they want that sweet, sweet data. The only point of this lawsuit is to negotiate how much they're going to be getting fined from Ofcom. So Meta filed a judicial review against Ofcom in London's High Court on Thursday over how the regulator calculates fees and fines under the Online Safety Act, the UK's online censorship law. What's funny about this is the company isn't challenging the law's censorship powers, its ability to compel scanning of encrypted messages, or its elastic definition of online harm. It is challenging the size of the fine. That is all they care about. How much money do we actually have to pay? The dispute centers on whether Ofcom should base penalties on Meta's global revenue or just what it earns in the UK, and the gap between those two figures is enormous. Meta reported roughly $201 billion in worldwide revenue last year, and the Online Safety Act lets Ofcom fine companies up to 10% of qualifying worldwide revenue. So that would actually be even more than what was initially proposed in that whole 6% of global annual revenue thing. This would put Meta's theoretical penalty ceiling near $20 billion. Now remember, again, not going to bankrupt Meta or anything, but that's still quite a lot of money. However, if they were only to calculate it based on Meta's UK-only revenue, that number would collapse by a lot. So Meta's spokesperson over here says, we and others in the tech industry believe Ofcom's decisions on the methodology to calculate fees and potential fines are disproportionate. We believe fees and penalties should be based on the services being regulated in the countries they are being regulated in. This would still allow Ofcom to impose the largest fines in UK corporate history. So look at how shady Meta is being. So they're basically saying, hey, you know, that $20 billion you guys are proposing, that's quite a lot of money. We don't want to pay that. But hey, you guys could just calculate it based on our UK revenue instead, and that would still be the largest fine in...
Alright, whatever. Anyway, let's get to the next. If you want to watch the rest of this video, be my guest. They go to title, they go to channel. Let me see. I would think I have subscribed to this channel. Yeah, I think I had played a video from this channel before. It was like ID needed. I don't know which one, but yeah, it was this video I played. Was a ID verification. Social media is here. It was in the UK. I'll subscribe. But anyway, you want to watch the rest of it. I don't want to. You know. Anyway, let's get to the next one. I got a lot of videos to cover.
Hey Georgia, it's time to take your natural procedures no longer have to be done inline. In Colombia, technology is beginning to simplify key processes for citizens.
Yeah, for you Israelites in Colombia, I don't know. I forgot what it. I don't know. Is it Asher? I can't remember.
Allowing them to access important documents without leaving home. Now, those who have an active digital ID on their cell phone can obtain the national certificate virtually.
The certificate of nationality is a document that certifies that a person is Colombian. It is a document that is requested by some public entities, financial institutions, or notaries.
This document, necessary for judicial, notary, and banking procedures, can be requested.
You see, they start off with this low-level version of digital ID with the card or the phone, and soon and shit. Well, soon. I don't know when, but soon they're gonna lead to them chip implants.
Through the registry's website, where the user starts the process and validates their identity from their cell phone.
In order to access the national...
And that gonna bust people. Hey man, people gonna fall on their face when that day comes, bro. They gonna fall on their face hard when they find out find out the mark of the beast is the chip implant. Shit. But like, hey man, from GMS and the men, like pretty much say the men of the Yahweh Shemal Shah, the prophets Yahweh Shemal Shah, starting with the GMS camp of GMS, and other camps are speaking on the same doctrine. We right. Nothing to brag about. We just told you so. Shit. Ultimately, the Lord is telling you this. The Spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah telling you Israelites, what it is. But you ain't taking the heed. Y'all just think it's fucking fun and games. But shit. Anyway.
This certificate, it is necessary to enter our registry's website, www.registraduria.gov.co.com. There, you must go to the civil registry and identification link then after to the certificate to the register to you can find the online nationality certificate.
After validation, the system enables online payment and generates the certificate in digital format, ready to download or receive by email. This advancement turns the digital ID into a tool that not only identifies e-edit, but does die, but also facilitates the process of fast, secure, and reliable services reliant.
Less lines, less time, and more solutions at the click of a button. Monica Alvarez reported from Bogota for Endless 13.
Next video.
All right, so Donald Trump is in China, and I'll just tell you the truth, it's not going well. This is the...
I haven't played this shit, but they've been talking about it. What was it? Trump and many other people going to China. A bunch of bankers and tech people. A bunch of financial people and tech people over there in China. For what reason? Well, it got something to do with the digital ID, especially in China. And look what's going on in China. Heavy surveillance. And that's the place where everybody's copying their style. And China doesn't mind it. Copy our style. Hell, we want the whole world to be like China, where they AI surveillance and social credit systems and all that shit. All everybody needs a chip implant inside their ass, and that's it.
Headlines from Bloomberg, it says, at China Summit, Trump has CEOs, so Elon Musk is in town, but she has...
Yeah, it was a trade and tech and Taiwan.
Leverage. So that tells you what you need to know. She's on his home court. He's got the advantage here. You also have this from the New York Times, why she doesn't need to deal with Trump. Great. President Xi Jinping of China is...
I think all this bullshit news, they ain't telling you why them niggas were really there. Like, some of them saying they want China to bail America out. I'm like, from what? Well, whatever. Anyway, and then at the same time, Trump and all these tech and financial people over in China, that fag ass nigga, that fake ass king, that wrinkly red ass nigger rat, what that nigga name? Trump, over there, was like King Charles, that faggot. He already talking about digital ID.
In time for Beijing, and may see an opening with the U.S. president weakened by the war in Iran. And I just showed you guys in the last video that there's a report coming out from the U.S. that basically China's gaining power here. Now, this is actually coming from Fox News. They want to talk with President Xi. You got to see how this went. Take a look for yourself.
Welcome back to Beijing. The summit begins in earnest here this morning. Lifting the curtain on our setup. I've been working for several months to try to get a one-on-one interview with President Xi Jinping. Chinese officials told us yesterday, because of the tight timeline of this summit, specifically, the logistics would not work. But with both sides looking for insights into one another.
He's been trying for months to get an interview with President Xi one-on-one, and I guess he just found out. This is from his own words.
All right, man, this nigga ain't gonna be talking about no damn nothing. And he getting news from Fox News. What the hell them niggas gonna talk about? Nothing. What is this? TikTok announced the finals deals established. Oh man, I ain't studying this shit. Let's go ahead and delete this channel. Or this video, not the channel. Let's see what this chick got to say. This coming from Arrows and Indian Nation 144. He got like a little short video. Damn, I'm almost done.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of
this old red faggot. This old faggot.
Digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
Why would President Trump be taking all the tech giants, all the bank CEOs with him, all of these...
Look at all the names. Tim Cook from Apple, that faggot. Gene Foster, that dyke. Elon Musk, that African booty scratcher Edomite faggot. Brian Sky, that faggot. what is it? Larry Flint, that baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fucker faggot. Kelly Orbug, whatever, from Bowen. That dyke. Ryan whatever, Visa, that nigga, that faggot. Chucky Robertson, that faggot. Jacob died, whatever the fuck. I think he's Xing Shong Ching, little nigga. I think he a faggot too. And Jim Anderson, faggot. This faggot, that faggot, this faggot, all these faggots. Anyway.
The major CEO companies flew with President Trump to meet with Xi Jinping. So there are two major breaking stories today. If you're not caught up, I'm going to catch you up. First, let's start with international breaking news. In the United Kingdom, King Charles announced today that they are going to go full force with the digital ID infrastructure, which is going to take over the banking system along with your physical identity, your physical digital structure.
My ministers will also...
I want to say one thing. I'm surprised YouTube hasn't done anything about these videos I'm posting. Now, I don't expect anything to happen on Odyssey, but me calling these niggas faggots all the time, nobody, I guess because there ain't that many viewers on the YouTube side. But I'm just surprised that nobody no hate speech yet. Well, they did me with one video, and that was something to do with the Southern Poverty Law Center and Amalek. But damn, them niggas ain't hit me with nothing yet.
Proceed.
They probably will soon.
With the introduction of digital ID, that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
Basically, Starmer made it very clear at the beginning of this year that if you do not comply with this digital ID infrastructure that's going to be implemented, which was now validated by King Charles, that you are going to have a hard time getting socially verified. You understand? Socially verified, that if you do not verify yourself or comply with this system, you cannot participate in the society. Understand that part. President Trump did not travel to China alone. He took all the tech mongols, the tech giants, the big companies, banking infrastructure CEOs.
All these major outlets, news outlets ain't talking about that shit.
Rock, all the creatures, the swamp of the deep state, like
Pretty much all Edomite devils and some other heathens.
people that we were supposed to drain. He took those vultures, those creatures are now leached on to the president, flew with him to China to meet with Xi Jinping. The same day that King Charles announces that digital ID will be going live soon. What is the one thing that China has mastered in the past century? If you've been following the meetings in Davos, you are going to understand that Klaus Schwab himself said every single nation needs to look to China when it comes to digital surveillance and one governing system transition into the new world order. Our president, who was supposed to drain the swamp, has taken the swamp with him to China to negotiate and broker deals on behalf of the American people. And these deals, I tell you, my friend, are going to involve the digital infrastructure surveillance system. You can take that to the bank.
We're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy.
A cashless society is coming. This will be part of the beast system told to us in Revelation 13:16 to 7.
But what will be the mark of the beast? The chip implant. The RFID microchip implant that be implanted on your right hand, or your left hand, or your feet, or in your butt cheeks, or in your titties, big titty, small titty. If you got man boobs, they can put them in there too if you want to. But also they want to put in your brain. Yeah. But it's going to be underneath your skin. And you take that shit, your ass going to be grass. You're going to be mowed over by that liquefied lawnmower.
This will eventually give the government full control of you. With the digital currency, the government will have the power to deactivate your account. This will be linked to the mark of the beast. Whoever does not get the mark won't be able to buy or sell, as the Bible says.
That which is the chip implant.
You can clearly see how the beast system is slowly being introduced.
Welcome to the new generation of web creation.
Good evening. Today was the King's speech, and the great unwashed couldn't take a day off.
They don't like that nigga.
What's the message?
Fuck that shit. Free your Hebrew Israelites. Shit. Free the Hebrew Israelites. The Lord's people. Yahweh Shemashah's people.
The King Charles.
Oh, we gonna be free, but they ain't gonna be free by the hands of these crackers. They're gonna be the Lord gonna come and take us. Oh, hold on. Let me pump my brakes. I mean, I want to say me, also. Yeah, I say us. I don't know about myself, but I hope and pray to be part of that number. But shit, I mean, we looking for the Lord to free us, not these damn devils. These devils don't want to free us. They want to just kill us or enslave us. And hey, how they gonna enslave you? Through them chip implants. Cause that's gonna be ultimate form of slavery, bro. Them chip implants through AI shit. Yeah. Look at this pin cushion.
She wouldn't want to walk anywhere near a magnet, would she? But Jeremy Corbyn, the man that Keir Starmer tried to get elected.
They have every right to be pissed at this faggot. But this nigga, this right wing. Well, see, this is right wing news. So, wonder what they're gonna say when they talk about the king and the digital ID, because they be on the digital ID on this channel, but then they'll always talk about these niggas want to suck off Amalek. Yeah, they want to suck off Amalek and defend Amalek, but Amalek is the reason why all this shit is going on. They're the ones that are pushing this digital ID so they can chip you damn goyim, you cattle.
As Prime Minister twice, posted this as the King's jewels arrived in a horse-drawn car. 4.5 million children in this country are living in poverty. Oh yeah, okay. We'll just sell off our national treasures.
Yeah, and a lot of them are missing because of these niggas.
To fund more free school meals, Jeremy. Good grief. Then the King and Queen arrived, which meant that Black Rod had to go and knock on the door of the House of Commons and just see if you can hear what one MP shouted as he did it.
Close the door!
Yeah, no minute.
Not now, Andy!
What the fuck is this shit?
Black Rock.
Not now, Andy. And of course that was a reference to Andy Burnham. And that just sums it up, doesn't it really? The King dragged to the Houses of Parliament by a failing Prime Minister who is about to be challenged by at least two, actually possibly three members of his own cabinet and a bloke called Andy from Manchester to deliver a speech setting out a legislative programme that probably will never happen. I mean, this for me was the best bit though. Look at how awkward Keir Starmer is here as he's walking alongside Kemi Badenoch. Can you imagine? That's just hell for him, that, isn't it? Make small talk. I don't know, talk about the weather. I don't know. Oh, good, she's talking now. She's talking. Just keep talking, Kemi. The camera will be off us in a moment. I can't wait to just turn around this corner and everything will be gone. I mean, there you go. It was especially funny given how Kemi absolutely savaged him about an hour later. So then the King finally set out Keir Starmer's pointless plans.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernise how citizens interact with public services.
Yeah, enslave these niggas.
Great, digital ID's back from the dead. That'll win everyone round, Keir.
It's never been back from the dead. It's been alive. Shit.
My ministers will seek to improve relations with European partners as a...
When they were pushing digital ID, what was that, some months ago? Shit, they wanted to see how the people gonna react to that shit. Oh, they reacted like they expected them to. But when it comes to the Americans, I don't know what the fuck these niggas gonna do when they push this digital ID. Shit, I don't know. They probably gonna say they gonna take it like a bitch. They probably gonna take it and be like, shit, ask for the lube though. They might just ask for the lube.
Vital step in strengthening European security.
Yeah, once you start fucking with that food, then you got a problem.
Closer ties to the EU. Amazing. Labour's got a spanking in working-class Brexit voting areas. What does Starmer do? Takes the knee to the EU. Any points for guessing what kind of job he might be after when he's booted out of Downing Street, do you think?
My ministers will push forward with significant reforms to the police, the National Health Service, and to the criminal justice system to help them deliver services.
Scrap jewellery trials. Yay! Driving.
Right, I don't like this channel. Let's get the fuck on and get to the real news. Let's get this right, because this nigga ain't what the fuck he's saying? I don't know. Let's get to this one.
This is a warning to everyone who values their freedom. If you thought the COVID digital passports were bad, just wait until you hear what King Charles himself just dropped during his latest speech.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
That single sentence is going to send shockwaves through millions of people. People who have been warning about surveillance, privacy erosion, and total state control. And now, it's not a conspiracy theory anymore. It's official government policy, announced from the parliament floor. The government...
And hey, certain men been telling you this stuff. Yeah, they've been conspiring to do these things. And we've been telling you this, and hey, here we are. Shit. And you got certain men telling you that, oh, there's no mark of the beast, so that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Government spins this as something that will modernize access to public services. Modernize, they say. That's the word that they always use when they want to build a digital cage all around you. Britons in 2025 said, do not introduce digital ID. This is
shit, like they gonna do anything. They gonna do it anyway. They don't give a fuck about a petition.
Petition that was signed by nearly 3 million.
Like, fuck a petition. You niggas, we gonna cut the electricity and the power grid off on you hoes. And the food supply on you hoes. Let's see what you gonna say. Let's see if that petition gonna do anything to stop us. They gonna stop these niggas from bringing in this chip implant and the new world order.
People. And King Charles in 2026 said, we're doing it anyways. For years.
Yeah, I told you. You're gonna just do it. Shit.
They called
people. And then plus it's all Bible prophecies, the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, so there ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
People like me, conspiracy theorists, for sounding
what you Israelites can do is seek Yahweh Shema Shah and repent and pray like heaven the Lord give you the spirit to reject this crap.
Alarm. And now the king is reading it out loud, like it's no big deal. Well, it is a big deal. Digital ID isn't just a convenient app. It's the foundation for something far darker. Centralized identity systems, expanded state surveillance, financial tracking integration, restricted access to services, behavior monitoring through linked databases, and ultimately, the infrastructure for programmable digital governance. None of that seems to be slowing them down. And here's the real danger. Once these systems are embedded into banking, healthcare, taxation, travel, and every public service you can imagine, good luck trying to unwind it. It becomes almost impossible to reverse. So the question is no longer whether digital ID is coming. The question is how far it eventually goes. And before
it's gonna go enough to where you got to get an implantable microchip. That's gonna be the final stage and form of a digital ID.
I think that this is just...
And the mark of the beast is the chip implant. Just want to let you know, the mark of the beast is the chip implant. It's not, the mark of the beast is not the digital ID. It ends with the chip implant.
The UK problem? You can bet that this is heading straight for Canada. Case in point, back in December of 2025, the first meeting of the EU-Canada Digital Partnership Council happened in Montreal, Quebec. They came out with a memorandum of understanding on digital credentials, digital identity wallets, and trust services. They're literally working to make their digital IDs interoperable across jurisdictions. They're already building the GC Wallet app, designed to store, manage, and present your digital credentials. Have you ever wondered why they're building those massive data centers everywhere? Yes, AI is part of it. But digital ID systems need enormous centralized infrastructure to track, verify, and control every aspect of your life. So this isn't about convenience, guys. This is about control. This is the architecture of a digital prison. Programmable money, social credit elements, and behavior scores tied to your identity. They want you in a digital cage where your identity, your money, your movements, and your behavior can all be monitored, scored, and restricted at the flip of a switch. And we've seen the pattern before. First, it starts out as being voluntary. Then they say that it's for your safety and for your convenience. Then it becomes mandatory in practice because you won't be able to function without it. 1984 wasn't an instruction manual, my friends. It was a warning. So the question now is, what the heck do we do about this? Well, I want to talk about practical solutions that you can implement right now in your life before it's too...
Oh, goodness gracious. Now, what do he got to say? Because the only way you can... let me go back to what he just said.
Well, I want to talk about practical solutions that you can implement right now in your life before it's too late.
Nigga. Well yeah, because this time is ticking. And the best way to implement into your life is try to get right with Yahweh Shema Shah. Whatever he about to say, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. But working with Yahweh, just trying to get right with Yahweh Shema Shah, listen to the prophets and taking heed to the men of the Lord. That's the only way you get closer to Yahweh Shema Shah. And that's your only way out of here. If the Lord allows it. Because it's all by the will of Yahweh Shema Shah. I don't know what he about to say. So get some gold and silver. Get some preps. Shit.
But just before I do, I want to really quickly tell you about
invest in VPNs or some shit. What?
Sponsor of today's video.
I don't care about all that shit. What the fuck is all this?
Don't download the app. Opt out.
Oh, download the app. Oh, you just download. Well, that's just easy as easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's all you gotta do. Don't download the app. Don't get down. What if it's a chip implant? What if the digital ID then turns into the chip implant? What you gonna say then? What you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then?
Wherever you can, use cash like your freedom depends on it, because it does. Support
Where the
businesses
cash? They get rid of that shit. And everybody says, man, fuck that shit. They just pretty much don't want to deal with physical currency no more. What you gonna do then? Goodness gracious, these people think they have the solution. Either they pay it off, they control opposition, or they really genuinely don't know. And this is the best. This is their best option. I'll tell you, the best option is trying to get right with Yahweh Shema Shah. It's easy said than done, but man, shit, do it anyway. I say, do it anyway. Get right with the Lord. Repent. Drop all that bullshit pride and get rid of the Lord. Because that's the only way out of here as an Israelite man and a woman and a child. If you're an Israelite, if you're of the seed of Jacob, it ain't about everybody, because not everybody gonna get saved, especially not all of Israel gonna get saved.
reject this system and boycott those that enhance it.
Oh,
and
that
please
ain't gonna do boycotting.
share this information relentlessly. Talk to your friends and your family and your neighbors.
A lot of people ain't gonna give a shit. A lot of people gonna take that motherfucker. Yep, a lot of people gonna take the chip implant. Let me get this last one.
I believe that those who are involved
This is GMS dedication.
this conflict, they
Hold on, let me slow it. I'm gonna play the whole video. Alright, I did actually. I watched this video. Oh, actually, I didn't watch it. I played it. I was cutting some yards. I played this video. I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna watch it first time. But listen, this is my second time listening.
even they cannot predict what will happen, so it makes things even more difficult for us. But despite everything that is happening, well, there are some estimates that you can compare this situation with the coronavirus pandemic that impeded the development of all the regions of all the continents.
Really, what's happening is that we have been, and we still are, and for the next 10 years we will be, rewiring the global economy to lay the networks that we laid before, which were highways, utilities, railways, and now we're laying cloud, artificial intelligence factories, and data centers. And that, on the fundamental basis, that's what's happening. So there will be $10 trillion from power, AI, factories, data centers, and fiber build-out laid to basically rewire the world for the new economy that's coming.
My ministers all
Niggas sit like bitches, man. These niggas sit down in that chair like a little bitch. Got their legs crossed like a female, bruh. Goodness gracious, man. And this nigga, he ain't, you know that nigga, though. That nigga don't look like he a true king. This nigga look like he withering away. You know damn well somebody dressed like that. Hey, let Jake dress up like this. We make that shit look good, bruh. We make that shit look super fly. We be looking fly as hell in that get up. We gonna have to get that shit clean though. Then that nigga got all this stolen gear, a stolen crown. This nigga got the shit. Probably got lights all hopping underneath that cap. Hey, yeah, he probably got lights all hopping underneath that damn crown. Probably about to steam clean the hell out of this stuff. Stolen stuff. Yeah.
will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID.
I don't know, but then the thrones or the chairs made out of solid gold. Probably have to pressure wash that shit. Yeah, probably have to remelt that shit down and purify it, because that shit ain't purified since his musty ass been sitting in that chair. That nasty nigga. That shit probably got all kind of impurities all in the probably got boo-boo stains on it. That nigga probably been shitting on himself on that chair, pissing on himself. Nasty nigga.
that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
This is it, people. They have initiated proceedings. We are about to enter the end game. Whatever you do, no matter how tough your life gets, no matter how restricted they make your way of life, do not surrender your freedom.
Yeah, he's right. He coming into that time.
Moment you get into this digital prison, you will not be able to escape. Your money will be controlled. Privacy will be...
Well, hell, if you don't get down with the system, you won't have nothing. So that's what I'm saying. You better get right with the Lord. Yeah, you're going to be controlled. And everybody going to be controlled to some degree. But what I'm trying to say, you take the shit, you can be controlled. And then, in a way, you're going to be blocked off. That's what I meant to say. If you don't take the shit, you're going to be blocked off. But you're going to have the Lord. You got to lean to the Lord to help you through these times. If you ain't getting down with this beast system, especially when it come down to that chip implant, you gonna need the Lord. You gonna need Yahweh Shema Shah. No God, Jeebus, Allah, Buddha don't do shit. They don't prophesy about the mark of the beast, the chip implant. No. They don't tell you who your enemy is. They don't tell you this Esau, him so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigger, Amalek. The Bible tells you that.
Non-existent.
Ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shah tell you that. And he used his mouthpiece to do that, the men of the Lord.
You won't be able to spend money, you won't be able to buy, sell, drive anywhere, leave the country without them knowing about it. Your whole life will be officially under a microscope. They are taking the whole concept of slavery to a whole new level. They don't want people to be able to escape the matrix anymore. They don't want people to be able...
Escape the matrix? You can't leave off this planet. This whole planet is a fucking matrix. But you definitely won't be able to escape out, or if you got to have a Lord with you, though. You got to have a Lord with you, though. That's why, man, we got to get out of here. No flesh will be saved here. First it'd be a chip, and then these niggas want to turn you into a absolute, replacing arms and organs with synthetic crap.
To save money, to become wealthy. They want people locked up. They want people restricted. They want people depressed. They want people that will do as they're told because they depend on the government. If you don't do what they tell you to do, you're out. You're out of the system. And once they lock you out, they can freeze your money, they can freeze your passport, they can freeze...
Let me get some. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They plan this stuff out. And this is the will of the Lord. Because it's ultimately leading to that chip implant. But this is what this devil doing. He's working on the plans, and the plans are working, but he kind of sloppy. Well, not kind of. He is sloppy with this shit. But hey, guess what? They going forward regardless. And they cover fields and take them by violence and houses. And but see what they doing with the what is it? The land and shit, pushing people out of their homes or whatever, off of land, so they can build data centers or just put them in smart cities and all that shit. Yeah, and houses, and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
Entry to anything out there, restaurants, shops, you name it, that will be the next step. If you still think this is a conspiracy theory, I honestly don't give a shit. By all means, surrender your freedom. Don't come crying to us in 5 or 10 years' time. This message is for the people that are actually awake, actually have a brain, and actually want to use it. This is it.
And actually trying to seek the Lord to their best ability, with all the whole spirit and mind and all that stuff.
This will be, I can't express how important this is, a time for human and mankind itself. This is a huge turning point in our history. We are in a Libra scale, and at the moment it's a level playing field. The moment you surrender to digital ID, I don't think we'll ever be able...
The moment you surrender to the chip implant, the mark of the beast, your ass is grass, and you're going to get mowed over by that lake of fire lawnmower. You take that chip, your ass going to take a dip in that lake of fire, backstroking that bitch. Deep sea swimming in that motherfucker, burning in pain, shit, agony. I don't know. It's gonna, hey, the Lord gonna make it hurt for your ass. You take that chip. Salvation is better. Seek the Lord if you want salvation. If you aren't yearning salvation, not want, you need salvation. Shit, that's what you really need, salvation. But a lot of people ain't gonna turn to that. Nope. So I'm gonna take that chip, and I hope, pray I don't be one of those people.
To escape it. You've been warned.
First they'll say you need it to work. Then what's next? Need to travel, need to shop, need to access healthcare, need to drive, need to go online, need to vote. Who gives a fuck about that? That's that's not even needed. That's not necessary. But need to access in society. And once digital ID is in place, it won't stop there. It becomes the gateway to the carbon credit system, where every purchase, every trip, every choice is tracked. You'll only be able to spend within your assigned allowance, like a little bitch. Freedom replaced by ration, choices, or choice replaced by compliance. So, yeah. This isn't progress, it's control. Sirach chapter 19, verse 20 and 22. Fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and keep his law. That is what, you know what, let me mute this and play it. Is what wisdom is all about. You may know everything there is to know about wickedness, but that does not make you wise. It is not sensible to follow the advice of sinners.
You need to see this.
The United Nations Agenda 21 Sustainable Development. It is the inventory and control plan. Inventory and control of all land, all water, all minerals, all plants, all animals, all construction, all means of production.
Now, how the hell they gonna what they gonna digitize plants? Yeah, they gonna digitize plants and all this other shit with smart does.
All food,
everything be tokenized.
Food, all energy, all information, and all human beings in the world. And this is a plan that was agreed to by 179 nations back in 1992. It's a United Nations plan. It's called the Agenda for the 21st Century. And so many of us around the world think that sustainable development, it just sounds so great. Isn't it about recycling and creative reuse and creating energy and food resources for everyone? And the answer is no. It really is not. It's about moving populations into city centers, concentrated city centers, and clearing them out of the rural areas. It's constructed of non-governmental organizations, corporations, and government in order to dictate and regulate what it is that happens around the world. Regionalization is the stepping stone to globalization, and globalization is the standardization of all systems. All systems have to be brought into harmony in order to control them all. And the goal of Agenda 21 is one world government and total control from a central unit. The principles are public-private partnerships, which is fascism. And this is how it's implemented on the ground.
And guess what? They want to lock you up if you're anti-fascist. Oh, wait a minute. You gonna be... But that's what they're trying to say. This country, America, is turning to a fascist country. Shit, I'll just say it like that. But let me look up the word fascist. Man, you spell this shit. Fascism. Fascism is a far right, fuck, I can't pronounce that damn word.
Authoritarian.
Yeah, there we go. Authoritarian. I gotta say it slowly. Ultra-nationalist political ideology that engaged in early 20... Anyway, just give me what the fucking meaning is. Characterized in fuck it. You see the word. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and look that word up. I can't pronounce that word either.
Dictatorial.
Dictatorial power, forceful suppression of opposition, and the subnormation of individual interests for the perceived good of the nation or race. I don't. Is that the real meaning? Or they changed that shit up? I can tell you, this shit is bad. Being a fascist is bad, pretty much. And if you anti-fascist, you can get locked up for it. Huh? That was Trump. Yeah, what was bill he got? Bill back, better bill, some shit. I don't know. But I forgot I did a video about it. They claim, they say that if you fit into being an anti-fascist, you need to be arrested. If you're against fascism, you need to be arrested and locked up in a concentration camp or put to death. Well, you see how this country's going to. Yeah.
Is through this joining together between corporations, non-governmental organizations, and governments in order to cut out the actual individual, your voter, and instead to take that to a level where we literally cannot penetrate. This is a corporatocracy. It's a totalitarian state being developed right now all over the world while we are moving towards the end game. We are not there. And this is the opportunity that all of us have now to stand up, to speak out. We are free, and we need to continue to be free. And I do believe that we will win, but we have to become aware that there is a fight.
Whatever. You people ain't about to do shit.
On March 5th, at the beginning of the Iran conflict, I told you specifically.
Oh, yeah. He about to talk about... Yeah, his ass about to talk about the visit at China. And his whole financial system being created. And we got Iran, yeah.
This was not about Iran having nukes. This was not about the Strait of Hormuz. This had to do with three specific things that the 45-47 operation was looking to accomplish. One was China, two was oil, and three was the Sovereign Wealth Fund to eliminate income taxes. Now, this is going to go pretty fast and pretty deep. There's some things here that I want to show you that are happening really, really fast, and it's all coming together right now, and I want to share that with you so you can maybe get a bigger picture of what 45-47 is doing with China, with Iran, with the world oil reserves, and more importantly, with the new financial system. This is going to be a good one. Let's check it out. Now, today, POTUS is heading to China to meet with Xi Jinping. Now, what's interesting about that is the timing. Not only is the Iran war still going on, I'm going to show you that's why that's significant here in a second, but I want you to pay attention specifically to the list of CEOs that POTUS has taken with him to go meet Xi Jinping and the Chinese CCP party. It's very interesting. Let's take a look. Right here you'll see the headline. Elon Musk and many other major CEOs to accompany Trump to China. So Elon Musk is going. Let's take a look at this list. Apple CEO, BlackRock CEO, Blackstone CEO, Boeing CEO, Citigroup CEO, General Electric CEO, Goldman Sachs CEO, MasterCard CEO, Meta CEO, Visa CEO, Micron CEO. What do you notice about that list? All tech and finance giants. I told you this is about finance. And China is integral to the new system they're putting together, the Sovereign Wealth Fund, eliminating income taxes, getting rid of the Federal Reserve as we know that, okay? The cabal control is falling. Let me prove it to you. Right here from the New York Times, the Iran war is starting to expose cracks in China's economy. Right there, even the deep state, New York Times is admitting the Iran war is cracking China. Now, do you think it's a coincidence that the Iran war is still going on, even though POTUS has told us many times it's over? Okay, why is he allowing it to continue? Why isn't he just pulling out and lowering gas prices? Because then he would lose the leverage on China that he needs right now in this moment. Again, this meeting with Xi Jinping was always going to happen. Having this Iran card still in play is key to the negotiations process. What's going to happen? They're going to make China capitulate to the new financial system. It's coming and it's coming fast. Get ready.
Very interesting. Take a look.
There will come a time nations will rise against nation, war against war, famines, hatred, kingdom against, all happening. But the most important thing I want you to remember, I think you have a Dead Space, you've got a Bible, Revelation 13, there will come a time when you will be asked to take a mark. COVID, oh, everybody, you've got to go and get it, you've got to go and get it. That was the introduction to their power. The whole world fell for that, the whole world, you see it. But I've got friends that have had up to 8 of those. I'm not saying that was the mark, but it was an introduction to how easily it would be for them.
Grandma she hipped on game, bruh. She knows.
When the time comes, you know about digital.
I don't know. She could be an Eve, and she could be an Edomite. I don't know, but she knows.
digital currency, don't you?
Yeah.
You know that's the next thing on the line, don't you? Once they got digital currency on your right hand or on your forehead, you can choose.
But is she gonna tell you what the mark of the beast is?
That is what's called the mark of the beast and gives them complete control totally over
She
everything.
ain't gonna tell you what the mark of the beast is, because then she know.
You won't be able to go in there and buy one of those ornaments unless you can. The Bible says this, and it's so important for the youngsters like you to know. Don't, not even if it costs you your life. As a Christian, I understand. I'm off this planet. I love God's creation. I love His people. But do not take it. Do not take it. If you do, you're damned, because you can never, ever be saved.
Hold on, I gotta go and do something real quick. I'll be right back. Let me pause the video. Alright, I'm back. Hey, what was that? Let me slow that down. Medical device. And hey, for all the things what is it that they going digital with the digital cash, and they got they use the implants to use for your digital wallet and digital ID. Oh yeah, health, medical, especially when they have a virus or something outbreak. You know what I'm saying? And they want to make sure they check your vitals 24/7. Make sure you're not under the weather. They can check your heartbeat and all that bullshit with that chip inside your ass. They gonna promote that shit that way. Heck yeah, they gonna promote it as being safe. Yeah, and convenient. And if you don't take it, guess what? You can't move in society pretty much. Anyway. See that going in your right hand or in your left hand, anywhere else in your body. Then they got the brain chips. Yeah, Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Brain chip. And that no man might buy or sell. So you can't move in society without this shit. But if you got Yahweh Shema Washah, if the Lord be with you, guess what? You're good. You might be a martyr, but you're still good. You just pray the Lord give you the spirit not to give a shit about this crap. Save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him count the number of let him have understanding and count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666 is not the mark of the beast. It represents a man, and that man is Esau Edom. As it says, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 scores. It was 666. Yeah. And yeah, it represents him. It's like a jersey on like a football player, basketball player got a number on there. And Esau's jersey number is 666. Oh, the risk of taking the chip implant in your body, you end up getting cancer and a whole bunch of other things. But ultimately, you're going to get that chip implant, you're going to get that damn nuclear fire. And the Lord going to bring a warhead to your ass and Donkey Kong side your ass upside the head. Well, really won't Donkey Kong you upside the head, but it'll just blow your ass to smithereens. And shit, you'll get destroyed. Some people going to get death by pain. So if you ain't getting a direct blast, you're going to get blast. I can tell you your ass going to get killed and you're going to be painful. Be in the right hand. It could be the left hand too. It could be anyway. If you're weird like that, you can have in your feet, butt cheeks, or your titties. Man boobs. Grievous sore. Hey, you know what? That could be the case. That nigga probably got a chip implant. Cause check this out. Really, all these politicians and celebrities, they got to be tracked. I remember what was his name? Old Dirty Bastard. It was a documentary. I can't find that motherfucker no more. I had the shit in my files, but it's gone. But it was a documentary where his father was in the being interviewed, and they never showed his father. It was all his mom, but it was his father and the mother. And one time the father told a story about when ODB got out of jail, prison, or whatever the fuck, after all that, whatever the fuck that was about. What was that shit on? I forgot what was it. But anyway, he got in trouble. And he wasn't the same like he was. He was all gained so much weight. They say they pumped him up with so much juices and shit, or some fluids or whatever. And he was just on. He was goddamn drugged on. I don't know. But they said this shit. The dad said, "I believe they chipped my son." He said, "I believe they chipped him." Wasn't sure, but I think they chipped him. And they got to make sure because he was doing too much. Old Dirty Bastard was doing too much, saying too much. Remember that back when they talking about some, hey man, they doing things to the kids. We got about the kids. And people taking it as a joke. Well, no joke. They doing things to the children. And as you see now, you Epstein.
When I tell you I came across this shit, bitch, are y'all cool? Are y'all cool? Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills. Because this is literally how you can sell your soul to the fucking devil, bitch. Don't you ever fucking come up to me and tell me I gotta stick some shit in my hand so I can unlock my door without the keys. So I can use my fucking payment methods without the physical payment methods. Are you guys actually that fucking stupid and that fucking lazy? If you are not aware, this is called the mark of the beast in the Bible, okay? When you read the Bible, you need to use your discernment because everything within the Bible is also within you and things that you need to fucking work on. But besides that point, the mark of the beast was mentioned. This is the mark of the fucking beast. If y'all let these motherfuckers oh my goddamn. If you want to make up for getting that dumb ass fucking COVID that made you a humanoid, because bitch, you're not actually fully human now, right? Because you took that the TV said you needed to take for free, might I add. This is your redemption. Don't fucking do this shit.
Are you prepared for the mark of the beast? I'm just saying, are you prepared? Are you preparing yourself? Because there's going to be a lot of people. These end times are here. And when that time comes to take the mark of the beast, there are going to be a lot of people that it just smacks them in the face. Because so many people are living and attached to material, worldly things. So many people would not know what to do in nature. Some people would not know what to do with less. Literally, if they lost everything today, they would not know what to do. Listen, if you're one of those people...
Like hell, but do you know who to call on? When you're in need of trouble, especially when you're in need of the temptation, our temptation, do you know who to call on? I don't think she does, because look at her neck. She got that little piece right there, that cross, that torture device. She going to be calling on Jeebus, sweet Jeebus, Jesus Christus, Caesar Borgia. That nigga ain't coming nowhere. That nigga ain't coming to save your ass. It's your how about Shema Shah, man. But there ain't gonna be no Jeebus, Jesus Christos. Shit.
People that love material things.
And I'm like,
love worldly things. How do you think you're gonna respond to the mark of the beast? I feel like we romanticize, we fantasize the Bible a lot. But when that time comes for the mark of the beast, do you know that you're gonna have to suffer if you don't take that mark?
Yeah, there won't be no rapturing. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, she knows there ain't gonna be, because look, she said you're gonna be suffering. Now, people saying there won't be no suffering for the true people that's going to be raptured out of here, the Lord's people. They're going to get raptured out of here. Yeah, okay.
You're going to be without food. You're going to experience
lack of food, the lack of all the comfortable things. Yeah, you're going to lose things. It's going to be the time of losing things, not the time of keeping things.
A time of famine. You're going to experience being literally stranded with nothing, lose all your belongings if you don't take the mark of the beast. I don't think people realize to the extent of what they're going to have to go through. So we need to start mentally preparing ourselves
But
now.
spiritually preparing yourselves. But by who? How do you do that? By seeking the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah and repenting. I know we in the flesh, we ain't gonna do the best. I mean, try to do the best you can do, and I hate to say try, but try to do the best you can do, because you can't do it all in this damn body. But the Lord sees what's going on, and was you making an effort to change? Yeah.
Learn how to let go of material things. Learn how to stop attaching yourself. Literally detach yourself from all your possessions, so that it won't hit you in the face when it happens. Because I'm telling you, for the people that are used to luxury, you're in for a rude awakening. Get as close to nature as you can. Learn how to garden. Learn how to grow your stuff.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. No, but that ain't gonna save you, sweetie. What's gonna save you is getting right with Yahweh Shema Shai. See, she ain't saying nothing about Jeebus. She ain't saying nothing about Jeebus. If all she's saying, all that crap, she ain't saying nothing about Jeebus. Talking about some getting right with Jeebus, God the Lord. Yeah, she ain't saying a peep about Jeebus. But shit, the real believers gonna say we get right with Yahweh Shema Shai. Motherfucker Jeebus.
Telling you, when that time comes, you ain't
that time comes, her ass probably gonna get the chip. And I hope I don't, but she gonna probably get the chip. Cause who she gonna call on? Cause she ain't calling on Jeebus.
have nothing but
so
some
guess
land.
what? Ain't nobody calling. She calling on the land. She talking about getting land. Getting land. For what? So you can grow your fucking chemtrail laced fucking vegetables and fruit on that shitty ass land, and soon about to be nuclearly destroyed. It's gonna be destroyed by nuclear destruction and shit. Yeah, that land. Oh man.
To turn to.
Now you can turn to that land so you can grow your fruits and vegetables. You can grow your goddamn some sweet peas and goddamn carrots and I don't know what, spinach.
Ain't got no land to turn to.
Potatoes. Grow some potatoes.
Be real messed up.
And that's all she talking about. Your fucking land. Nigga, you need the Lord, nigga. You need Yahweh Shema Shah. Your land, that land ain't gonna save your ass. These damn nigga women don't know shit.
But even
pretty
beyond
sure she an Israelite.
that, start preparing yourself now. Learn how to live without. Learn how to live with less. Minimalism.
She
Simplicity.
right about that. But that land part, man, she lost me on that. And you definitely lose me when you wearing that fucking Jesus, that fucking that symbol of torture.
Of life. You have to prepare yourself. Learn how to be okay with going a day without food.
Yeah,
Start
fasting
more. Put that into your regular routine where you start fasting more and more, and you start dying to the flesh, and you realize we don't need food every day like we think we do. It's okay.
Well, it's kind of hard, but that's when this food is damn. It ain't built. I mean, really, you starving for nutrients. You ain't getting the nutrients, but the food you eating is nothing but a filler food. It doesn't have the nutrients. So that's really all you really need is the nutrients, but it's the food we have now. It ain't got that shit. But nothing wrong with trying to fast. Eat less. Eat less of all this crap food.
Miss a meal. It's not the end of the world.
Because this food that we eating now is designed to fucking make you want to eat more and more and more. And make you get the GMO belly, the jiggly, looking like a fucking Jigglypuff or Pokemon or some shit.
What you don't need to be missing is that
looking like the Michelin Man.
Daily bread. That's what you don't need to be missing. We are
You talking about daily bread, but then what about, you ain't mention nothing about no Jesus Christ. Shit. Damn sure ain't gonna say anything about Yahweh Shema Shah.
Content and comfortable with missing out on this bread for bread that we eat. No, this is the bread. This is the bread we need to be focused on.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, you focus on that bread, but then what about the names? Are you calling the right names? Anyway.
Listen, I'm telling you, for the people that's used to living in luxury, it's gonna slap you like a ton of bricks. Start learning to live without. Start learning to live in simplicity, being thankful for the little things.
See, she ain't saying nothing about who to seek, who to worship, who to call on, who to build a spiritual mental relationship with. She ain't said anything about that nigga JC. And I don't want her to. I don't want her to say anything about that motherfucker. But she ain't even mention that clown name. But you know she ain't gonna mention Yahweh Shema Shah. She ain't mentioning Jeebus yet.
Stop attaching yourself to worldly and material things. I'm telling you.
That's true.
Start preparing yourself now before it's too late.
Jeremiah chapter 8 verse 7. Yeah, the stork in the heavens knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. But my people know not the judgment of the Lord Yahweh. So you Israelites don't know the times we're in right now. And you don't understand judgment. But that's why the Lord set up prophets to teach you. But some of you got cotton in your ears. Some of you got too much goddamn ear boogers or wax in your ears not to hear. Shit. First John chapter 2, verse 15, 16, 17. Man, I gotta sneeze. I said, do not love this world. Yeah, do not love this world, nor the things it offers you. For when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. For the world offers only a craving of physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements. Gives a fuck about what you achieve, nigga. That shit don't mean a damn thing. And what's that saying about the Lord ain't Darn, how you forgot how you say it? Oh. And possessions, these are not from the Father, but are from this world, and this world is fading away. As you can see, the economy going to shit. Things are getting more expensive. People are being more aggressive. Goddamn people being dumber and dumber. The corruption of these people are being exposed, being pedos, and Esau being exposed to being the wicked. Amalek too, that fag ass small hat wearing nigger Jewish motherfucker. He being exposed. A whole lot of big things are happening. Oh, the awakening of the Hebrew Israelites are being awakened all over the world, calling on Yahweh by Shema Rashad to get us out of here, because this bitch is fucking dead. Along with everything that people crave, but anyone. Oh man, it went away. I hope you caught that last part. I had to mute the video because I thought I was gonna catch that. I had to stop the music because I want to get that last part. But that's it for the video. But let me get one more scripture and close it out. Hey, how you pronounce that word or the name? Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. I'll start at 1. Actually, I'll start at 1. I will set upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So the visions are given to the prophets, and that's the prophecy and the prophecies through the visions, and they put it on paper, stone tablet, carving it out or something, like anything they can to bring it out or pass it down to the next generation that read it. And here we are right now. From all those generations, now we here reading it, and we telling you Israelites, we in the last days. The Lord is coming, bringing salvation, but also he bringing destruction to this wicked world and destroying who's ruling this wicked world right now. Esau, he's a so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's reigning as a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigger, Amalek, and he's destroying this bitch, breaking everything down. But in the process of that, they trying to build up a new beast system, but it's by the will of Yahweh Shema Rashad. Part of that beast system is going to be that chip implant, the mark of the beast, where you're going to implant the mark of the beast inside your body. It could be in your right hand or your left hand, your feet, your butt cheeks, your titty, big titty, small titty, or the brain chip. Really, the brain chip. But anyway, It's coming down, bro. And the best thing you need to do is seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed to what they say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting Yahweh Shema Shah. That's the only way that the Lord is going to protect you from the hour of temptation. Oh, I ain't finished up 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and it's speaking loud and clear, because all this talk about digital ID, but we know what the true form and final form of the digital ID going to be. The chip implant, the mark of the beast. That's the chip implant. I mean, the mark of the beast is the chip implant. No, the mark of the beast is not the digital ID, but it's just a digital ID. Shit. But the mark of the beast is the chip implant. If you don't believe that, I don't give a fuck, nigga. All I can tell you, what I can tell you, and if you don't like it, you kick rocks. Make sure you kick a big ass one barefooted. But anyway, where I left off at. And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, so it ain't gonna no delay. There ain't no pause button. There ain't gonna be no stop button. There ain't gonna be no button that's gonna stop this. The Lord got this keep on rolling, and he's speeding up the time. So you better get it while the getting is good, because it's gonna be too late for a lot of you people, man. A lot of you Israelites, I'll just say that, because this ain't for every people. No, it's only for the elect of Israel, really. Really, it's all for of Israel to get this message. And if you don't get it, you don't care, well, guess what? Good. Consider yourself missile food or nuclear warhead, a fuel to the fire. Shit, the nuclear fire. Well, that's all I got to say. But once again, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets and take heed to what it say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep on faith, and your trust strong in Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong in Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order with Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.